Boo 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 doo 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 doo. Gag. Thoroughly a gag. What the hell was I doing? Oh, right. Adjusting my hidden settings. I remember what I'm doing. We're gonna do monitor calibration real quick. Boop, 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 boop. I am 100% certain I do not remember. But we're gonna do it anyway. Because we can. How are you, my bro? Shows you how long it's been since I've actually done this. God. Well, good. Well, I'm glad you're here. I didn't hear the wheelchair come in. Stealth mode. Oh, you got a stealth wheelchair? Dope. How are things at the res? Excited? Did he get all chirpy? Or did he just like flick his tail back and forth? He flicks his tail back and forth. Yeah! Damn it. I'm missing something. No, it's not what I'm missing. There we are. Stared intently. Aw. Back over here. Secret, secret. I got a secret. I don't even remember what that is. Secret. What do we have on our timer? Ah, that's what it was. I should fix that. It shows you how long it's been since I've done anything. Alright, back to that. Chatbot, chat commands. It's on a timer. Okay, that'll do. Can you hear any music? Yes or no? If you can't, that's fine. Grandson took his first steps! Yay! Grandnephew. Okay, good. So I'm playing some copyrighted music and I don't want to get my streams slapped. That would be bad. But my other music that I had been playing, there's some issues with the streaming of it, so I had to go look for alternatives. And right now that alternative is, what do I have in iTunes? So yeah, right now I'm listening to the Cyberpunk 2077 soundtrack, which always brings me great joy. And I've been listening to it the last couple of days, like in during the studio times, and ugh, so good. Just makes me happy. don't know if I could actually pick a favorite uh, song from the Cyberpunk soundtrack because they're all so good. Because you have like the instrumental soundtrack for the video game, which is dope. But then there's also like all the music that's on the radio stations in the game, and those are also good. So, uh, and I found out one of my friends is going to be working on the next cyberpunk game, so I'm very excited to hear that. Super happy for him. Hello, Malfunct. Happy to see you here. I am trying to remember how to draw digitally because it's been about 1,000,000 years. And let me know if the audio needs some tweaking or adjusting because it's kind of hard to test by myself. Oh, good. Fantastic. I like to hear that. Yeah, that's what I've been looking at is the how good the OBS meters are responding. I remember some like the first times I tried streaming, I like didn't have audio output turned on at all, so it was just a dead stream, and I didn't know it. It's like, oh, I feel like an idiot, but it's okay. There we are. Oh yeah, no, multi-piece 3D things are always a pain. There's so many little things that can go wrong. Oh, yeah. They have some pretty darn big printers. That's cool, and I would really love to play with them. I think that would be fun. I just have no idea what I would frickin' make. What are you making? I know it required hardware, so that's about the extent of what I know. Ah, case for holding cards. 2.8 bamboo print beds. Okay. I mean, I think there's one at school that's like a full meter in diameter or in length and width, which is absurd to think about a printer that big. Oh yeah, I'd absolutely figure out what to make. Like, oh, you've given me access to this. How delightful. But I want to think about how much it would cost as far as like materials. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these are, I wouldn't definitely not qualify these as hobby printers. Yeah. What was I doing? It's like I'm having was like, what the hell was I doing last time I was? I think the last time I sat down and seriously tinkered in Cliff Studio was back when I was still at Mom's place in August. So, give you an idea how long it's been. It was probably seems like yesterday. What are you talking? Yeah, no. I was thinking that was also probably like the last time I played Cyberpunk. I think about it. And I unfortunately left myself off at a place in Cyberpunk where you really need to remember what the hell I was doing as far as the controls because it was like a super twitchy area. And by twitchy I mean essentially having to sneak into a place. So yeah, it's like why would I leave myself at this spot? I don't remember the controls. Oh, we're playing a Drow fighter. Nice. That's fun. I'm also looking forward to playing that over break. We'll see which one I have time for because I was like, I was gonna play like Mass Effect Legendary Edition because it's time. And then you, brother, Nicodemus, got me Baldur's Gate, sir. But then also I've been like watching some videos and Cyberpunk and I want to play that again, and spoiled for choice. And break isn't very long, so I'm not mad. I'm just mad I don't have enough time in the day. Like, I know you play with Hellfire in the game, but damn, taking it a bit too far. That's what I'm looking for. Don't remember. Do do do. So, you have any favorite moments in Baldur's Gate 3 yet, brother? Brother. You have a thing about Cyberpunk because they just did that big update with all those shiny new things. I'm like, dang it. New Chrome? Damn it. New customization options? Dang it. Yeah. Yeah, that would cause me to go the other way too. It's like, oh, an owlbear, you say. Damn shame. Damn shame. So we need to figure out a way to do co-op. Oh, you're level 3? Absolutely go the other way. You need to figure out a way to do co-op. Because that would be awesome. I haven't played a D&D game with my brother in years! Years! Decades! Decades, even. Honestly, I'm looking forward to all the hella good voice acting that's in that game. Under elf? How rude! Might be accurate, but still rude. This brush is called Expressive Spatula. Yeah, I saw one of my friends playing that and Cypher of Tear, and I was like, oh, like that. was just reading something about the CEO of Larian, and there he was like, "Let me tell you the secret to getting Game of the Year. Really like playing games." I'm like, "You're not wrong." It was basically like, fuck the bean counters. Just let people make the game they want to make, and it's gonna show up in the results. I'm like, you're not wrong. Man is speaking truths. It's like, do we enjoy, triple A, highly beautiful, wonderful games? Yes, we do. But we also like the indie games, like Stardew Valley. It's still fucking going strong. Still getting free fucking updates. Oh, it's like I understand the need to announce them. That's great, but also the whole rushing to make a profit. I mean, that's kind of what happened with Cyberpunk when it got released early. Holy shit! It's a hell of a lot of people. Also, I fucking forgot about my super awesome raid animation. God. Okay, y'all are gonna see how long I've been on the internet by seeing that dancing black mage gif. It's gonna be great. Hello, everybody. Goodness. Viva la Black Mage. Yes. That is absolutely from 8-Bit Theater, actually. Again, it shows you how long I've been on the internet. Because 8-Bit Theater was my jam back in the day. But thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you so much for that raid, Imperial. See what you did there. Nicodemus, no need to break out the torches and pitchforks. It's fair. It's fine. It's okay. Thank you for being my big brother. Like, literally. But yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. This is my, I try to remember what the hell I'm doing. I don't really want to do work. It's Sunday. I'm tired. This semester is dragging on. Let's do some art for me that's not related to an assignment. That's the other thing. Yeah. So yeah, hi. Still getting used to seeing so many people in my chat. That's wild. Thank you. I am getting my master's in fine art. It's mostly, obviously right now it's mostly traditional. So I was like, how do I digital art again? I think I'll figure it out. It's like riding a bike, right? Um, but there's absolutely something to be said for the speediness of digital work. But also, like, traditional work is also super therapeutic and wonderful as well. So, yeah, right now I have like one more final for this semester, and that's in sculpture. And I've been putting it off because I'm tired. It involves a lot of lifting of metal and welding and all that good times. But yes, I'm definitely getting my master's in fine art. At a very nice school up in upstate New York. Which, moving here from New Mexico, that was a trip. It is, well, it's not super cold outside right now, but it certainly was the other day. It was like, in the daytime, it was like 18, which was, again, a trip. Not that New Mexico doesn't get cold, but there's moisture in the air here, which that was something new to get used to again. It's like, oh, all right, that's a thing. Thank you so much for all the follows. I literally could not keep up. Well, actually, let's see if I can go back here. I do have the big lake to the north. It's true. All right. Let's see. Thank you for follows. Let's see. CD Barnazy. Thank you. Einar. Let's see. Nurble. Generble. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sword chucks are better. I don't know about that, Einar. That's pretty. That's a situational thing. Sword chucks, yo. Dragonfire. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All the fun stuff. And Zaranaya. Thank you. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate it. Alright, so if you want to get an idea of the kind of weird ass things that I do when I'm drawing here, you'll get to see. So I have this. Also I have, this is the one I'm like, I don't know what I want to do, so we're just going to do some random doodles. What else? Other fun things. So I have something called the Wheel of Creativity. Which basically lets me do all sorts of fun things of like randomly. I like random things. Again, this comes from the gamer background. This is an example of something that Nicodemus redeemed, and he wanted me to do a character. Actually, no. So the wheel of creativity was a spin, and one of the things I got pulled up was basically a random couple of random items that I gotta like blend in together. This was full plate armor, desert animal, folding fan. So there you go. What else? I'm doing here. That one was just fun. This is when I was back in Texas earlier this year at my mom's place. This is Domino, my cat right there. So yeah, my fine art degree, my master's is a 2-year program, and it's going to be an intense 2 years. So it's going to be a lot. More doodles. So yeah, all sorts of fun things. I started this back in July. So I have it's basically to get a spin on the wheel of creativity is channel points. And you can see how many you have by doing exclamation point points. Which I know sounds confusing in retrospect, but that'll give you an idea of fun things. I think one of them is also like they put down the pencil and they get to play games, so. And after my final, it's going to be, I have a project I've been wanting to get finished for months now, which is a pinup calendar I've wanted to do for years. So, yeah. So yeah, basically you get to force me to draw stuff. And that's always fun. And you can like put it with enough points you can actually put yourself on the board so that I draw whatever you want me to draw when your name comes up. But this is also a good way for me to like force myself to sit down and do stuff. So you have your master's in the UK? Very cool. Is there any particular medium that you chose? Let's see. CD Barnaby. Tell me about your degree. And I missed the UK. It's been a while. Yes, pinups. You saw me working on them. Nicodemus. I specifically did not choose a concentration for my master's. Because I want to do it all. The calendar intrigues you. Gotta put your birthday on there. Then everybody can know. This guy was born on this day. Comics! Hell yes! Fine art or concept art? I mean, tough call. At least it would be for me. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. I like it because I like fine art because I can get my hands dirty. Literally most of the time. It's like, nice clothes? Definitely not in this program. Lesser of two evils. As opposed to the lesser of two weebles. $4. I am using Clip Studio Paint. It is my love, my darling, my precious. I've been using it since it was called Manga Studio. Give you an idea how long I've been tinkering with it. And I really, 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 really like it. Actually, one of the things I did recently was figure out how to import my own 3D models into the program so I can use it for things. Let's see if I have it handy. We'll find out. There. There's a D&D tag in here. I gotta be careful because I have some not safe for work stuff in here. I don't want to get fussed at. Oh, there I am. Yay. We are. We do something real quick. Plop. I have Corel Paint somewhere, but I haven't used it in forever. So yeah, this is a model that I did. Because that's one of the things I wanted to do modeling for. Is like, I want to learn how to do modeling so I can import things into Clip Studio. So this is a fine example of that. So, where are you? There you are. So I also found out that you can like do like individual pieces, but you can also set up like movable parts in the program. Which again, super useful if you want to do comics, which I do. Have I done it yet? No, I haven't because I'm scared. Let's do some rotation here. Yeah, 3.0 has done some super, super nice stuff, and I wish I could figure out what's my favorite part of the 3.0 of this. So, but let me do an example of things. Convert to lines and turns. Okay, we're not gonna do just one line. You want a vector layer line. Okay. See while it chugs away here. Choo choo. I am working on my master's. I got my Bachelor of Fine Art earlier this year, back in May, with my minor in arts leadership and business. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I couldn't pick just one thing, so I didn't. Because I don't wanna. So, I can tell you a book that you would. It was basically my textbook for my class, my first class. Which is called The Profitable Artist. And that was my basically required. That was my textbook for my business of being an artist class, which I think everybody with a BFA should take. That should be freaking required. Actually, I don't want any tone work. But yeah, you get an idea of the fun things you can do. Like if I just wanted to do that, could. All right. The Profitable Artist. Let me see. I can dig up a link. Because again, I think it should be required. Profitable Artist. Now. Let's see. There it is. So yeah. So yeah, this is one of the things I wanted to learn how to do in this program, was specifically do 3D modeling so I could use it as like set design essentially. Turn off fill. Expression color. I'm gonna change it. Blurp. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Just that kind of stuff. That kind of fun stuff. Yeah, I took it specifically because you're looking at specifically why I wanted to learn how to do it. Yeah. Oh, where is what I am looking for? Okay. Yes. Good choice, my brother. Thank you. Lovely. Uh, I'd say Brian, pretty applicable. Although if you want something that's a bit broader, I would say the Graphic Artist Guild Handbook covers a lot more things in detail. It also has like sample contracts and everything. Guild Handbook. Do. Yep. Go forth, get the food. My brother Nicodemus, please let me know how it is, because for I know it is mother food, and I miss it dearly. Brian, that book covers a lot more like writing related things as well. Oh yeah, that thing covers the Graphic Artist Guild book covers things like contracts and royalties and standard rates, and again, highly recommended. It's good stuff. Yeah, as soon as I found out that um, my school offered a minor in arts leadership and business, I was like, well, we will be taking that. Thanks. Um, because why wouldn't I want to do that? um, mostly it's because it kind of goes towards like some of my future plans of like I want to be able to help other artists focus on their art, and I can help them handle the annoying stuff. And by annoying stuff, I mean, business administration, logistics, which is stuff I've been doing all my life anyway. So, I like to share resources. What can I say? So, and I often do. Yeah, I have one of my pinup pieces of art is involves a priest. Hence, I needed an altar backdrop, and I didn't like the one I had come up before, so I'm like, I'll just go balls out and just model one from scratch. Because apparently that's what I like to do with my time. Go forth, work on the projects. I'm right there with you, and may all your save files not be corrupted. I hope that goes well. So, how's everybody doing? How's life been treating you? Hopefully, the holidays aren't too bad for folks. I know it's not always the bestest of times or the worstest of times. So, hopefully, it's a good one. Lurking and working. All Foundry. I still have not yet to play a lot with Foundry. I just haven't had the time because school has been more important than everything, essentially. Yay! We love a good visit from the spawn. I hope. I hope you want that visit from the spawn. So. That's right. Next week is like almost Christmas. Next week is Christmas. Time is meaningless, man. That's like I only have like 2 dates in my brain right now. And that is like end of semester, start of spring semester. That's all I've got in there at the moment. Oh, that's cool. That sounds like a really nice arrangement, Einar. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. Brian, I miss doing RPG's layout, for the record. Well, I used to be in the SCA, so I understand. I was in Ontir, so the old kingdom of Ontir. Just heard my cat snore. Ah, she's a good kitty. Who's got pets? Tell me about your pets. Yay! That's always fun. Scadian, that's a word I haven't read in a long time. Long time. 5 dogs. Woo! I have one cat with me. Another one is currently residing at my mother's house with my brother and my sister. Because I could only take one with me. Because school. Three kitty! Guinan. Is Lita named after the character from Babylon 5? So I super appreciate that name. Oh, okay. Well, that works too. Aw, I appreciate your work being a foster parent, even if it is, or not even if, especially not even especially. Anyway, I appreciate that you are a foster for animals. That is very very kind of you. So that's hard work. I would be a failed foster animal parent, so I don't do it. Yeah, especially doing rehab work. That's especially hard. Yeah, yeah. Humans can be very dumb and very cruel, especially for against those that are weaker than themselves. I love Babylon 5. Um, it was hard to get into at first. I grant you that. I have a friend who put together. She called it the machete order for Babylon 5. That let me skip a lot of them, a lot more painful episodes, thankfully. Um, so that was nice of her. Um, but I really like the Cyclops. I really do. I love Bester as the bad guy. Oh, so much. Um, and if you so Bester's character was named after a sci-fi author, and I'm gonna be a nerdy nerd here for a minute. And Alfred Bester wrote a book called The Demolished Man, which, if you haven't read it, it is one of those classics of sci-fi, and it presents such a really interesting take on telepathy and telepaths, and just like, again, I'm going to be a nerd here about book layout and how the telepaths talk to each other, and like the layout in the book is so fun. I like it so much. Ugh, Psychop badge and B5 communicator. Yeah. There was a place I used to drive past all the time in Portland when I used to work there. It was the Intel campus in Hillsboro, and it's like and my partner at the time was a big B5 fan, so every time we drove past the Intel campus, we would just look at each other and say, "The core is mother, the core is father," because the campus looked like just yeah, it was freaky. They did Talia dirty in that show. So dirty. So do you understand what I mean by the Korra's mother, the Korra's father at that campus? Because it's just like it looks like a creepy like institutional fuckery type of place. There's shenanigans going on behind these walls, and we don't want you to know about it. Oh, and yeah, the Nike campus is also the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did Talia dirty. As much as like I like Bester, not my favorite character on the show. I adore them, mind you. My favorite character on the show is Londo and Jakar and their relationship as it builds and crashes over the series. Just mm, 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 mm. Chef's kiss, beautiful. Because it's also fucking tragic. Oh God. So okay, so Marcus was like my first celebrity crush. Was Marcus? Because apparently I'm a woman of taste or something. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, no, Londo and Jakar, ugh, so good. And the Technomancers. Ah, yes, I love the Technomancers. I did not watch any of the spin-offs, or if I did, I don't remember them. Hot garbage? Noted. I will avoid it. Yeah, I didn't watch it that far. I kind of just got to the end of B5. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I know a lot of people related. It's like I know a lot of people want like more Firefly, and I don't because Joss Whedon has a tendency to like fuck everything up in the third season. Like just it goes to absolute hot garbage. And it's like I don't want to see that happen. Oh, I love Firefly. It's great. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to reboot. I don't want to reboot anything really. Just let me have my nostalgia before y'all fuck it up. Because some things do not need a live action version. Disney. Lilo and Stitch does not need a live action version. It is perfection. Nobody asked for this. Except maybe your board of directors, and even then I doubt it. Just do a good original story, for fuck's sake. Oh, okay. So speaking of Muppet versions, first off, there's this really wonderful series on YouTube. It's basically a bunch of like costume and dress historians absolutely gushing about how historically accurate the Muppets Christmas Carol is. Two, um, what classic piece of literature would you want to see a Muppets version of? Who would you want the human actor to be in said Muppets movie? Because you know there's got to be like one. Excuse me. I've been sneezing all day and it's a pain in the ass. Casablanca would be really funny. There can be more than one human, but there's gotta be like the key human, the star human, you know? Like Michael Caine as Scrooge. I'm gonna play this as serious as a heart attack. And we appreciate that. I saw that there is a Nosferatu. Um, with Willem Dafoe in it, and that looks hella good. I also really appreciate actors who've gotten to a point who've just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this movie because I can. And I think Willem Dafoe falls in that category. Oh, Bill Skarsgård is Count Orlok? Okay. Dracula would be hilarious. Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves was super formative to my brain as a child, as a chillin'. Another one of those movies is like, wow, you should have realized you were like, queer a lot sooner. Ooh, that's a thing? Oh, yeah. Also, it's like, man, it's like the thing that usually gets me in any movie is like set design. It's like set design, costume design, like give me a whole delicious, beautiful package. Um, and I am usually a sucker for that kind of thing. It's like, oh, a good period movie? All right, let's go. It's like related to Dracula. Also, Wolf with Michelle Pfeiffer and Jack Nicholson in it, and James Spader. Also very formative. But let's be serious, it was all about Michelle Pfeiffer. reasons. I have not seen that. I appreciate how Daniel Radcliffe was also like, gotta get away from the Harry Potter and just do whatever roles he feels like he wants to do. I applaud him for that. Also applaud him and his cohorts just being like, no, 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 trans women are women. Fuck you, JK. Igor! That sounds like a really fun movie. May have to look that up at some point. I'm one of those people that I fell into the really hard to consume new media trap during COVID because of, you know, life. Life reasons. So it's like been really hard for me to get into like new media of anything like music or movies or anything, and it's a damn shame because I like good music. Ugh, Vampire Tilda Swinton. Hello. Oh, have you seen that upcoming version of was it the Odyssey with Liam Neeson? That looks so good. Cause I love me some Greek mythology. Um, I actually have one of my projects that's on my burner is a sci-fi role-playing game setting, comics, etc. That's basically Greek mythology in space. Someday I'll get back to that. Yeah, it's like Liam Neeson. It's like I don't remember what they called it. But it's like if you know anything about Greek mythology, it's like okay, this is what this is about. Okay, I'm here for it. Um, Also, the audiobook version of the trans. God, there's okay. So there's a retranslation of the Odyssey or the Iliad. I don't remember which one, the Iliad or the Odyssey. I don't remember. But there was like a retranslation of it that was done by a woman, and it like kind of like recontextualizes a bunch of stuff because she went to the source and like translated it directly rather than a translation of a translation. And the audiobook version of it is who was it done by? I don't remember who it was done by. God dang it. But it was a really, really good version of it. Oh, now it's kind of it's like Emily Wilson did the translation? I have not delved into any of the Percy Jackson stuff, even though I know I would probably like it, but I would probably like it to the point of obsession, and I have to be careful with my obsessions. Ah, here we are. That's the author I was mentioning, or the translator that I was talking about. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure I would get sucked into the books pretty thoroughly. But also, on some level, I don't want it necessarily to overly influence me for what I want to do with my own project. So I haven't really delved into it. But I do appreciate how Rick Riordan sounds like he is a way better human than J.K. Rowling, so that's always a good thing. Exactly. Oh, thank you. It's kind of one of those moments where I try not to have too much. This is going to sound very weird. It's like I try not to think when I'm just doodling. Um, because I try to be more intuitive in the process. And I find that helps me kind of relax and check out and um, kind of unplug anything in my brain that's clogging things up, as it were. Um, so it's like my active brain is dealing with other stuff. It's like I'm thinking about things and talking to you guys right now, for example. Um, but my unconscious brain is doing this. Because I want it to be a bit more, yeah, intuitive. Like, take all that training and, like, you know, apply it without knowing you're applying it. It reminds me of, I was in the studio earlier this week, and one of the other grad students, this is her second year, and she's working on this, like, huge ass painting. It's like, say, like 3 feet by 8 feet. It's a huge ass painting. It's for her thesis show next semester. And she's like, "This tit is wrong. What's wrong with this person's tits? It's not like the photo." So yeah, working on the boob reminds me reminded me of that little fact. It reminds me of a lot of people think that it's like, aha, naked bodies and figure drawing. Her. Like, look, it's not even remotely that sexual, y'all. There's crying. I dropped my charcoal. The model's getting a cramp in their leg. do miss when I lived in Seattle. There was Dr. Sketchy's, and they called it Dr. Sketchy's Anti-Art School. But the premise was to get interesting models for life drawing, and the one in Seattle was run by someone who did burlesque. So she would get all of her burlesque friends to come be models for the show, or for the get-togethers, which was great because I could get like such a fun variety of body types to do life drawings with. So that was always a delight. And then of course they were in costume as well, so win-win. Like, oh, Dr. Sketchy's with like burlesque performers and fun costumes, and it was at a bar that I could, get tasty adult beverages at? Hell yes. Reminded that I need to do some follow-up emails tomorrow. Not tonight. Tonight is for fun. It's Sunday night. It is time for fun. There's a doctorate program at the University of Washington that I want to consider in digital arts and experimental media. Oh, it's a thing. I think what really helped me understand it was understanding color temperature, which is something you really have to learn when I was doing watercolors. Because if you mix like, it's like say you're trying to get a purple, right? If you mix a warm red with a cool purple, you're just going to get mud. So it's understanding that if you're going to mix skin tones, you have to understand what your undertones are in order to get something that doesn't look like mud intentionally. May all your mud be intentional. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I actually have a couple of different like skin tone palettes right here, like you can see. And this more simplified one. More. 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 Yeah. But it's also still, it's like understanding when to apply it where. That's still the trick, right? What kind of art do you do, Spookerific? You mentioned it earlier, right? So I think one of my favorite brushes that I made in this program was one that actually has a color jitter to it, so that the colors don't look too flat. Which is a problem I've had with digital art in the past, is it always looked so blah. It always looked too polished, and that's not what I'm going for. So alright, use the wrong pencil for that dirt. Creepy cute stuff, yay! I love pen and ink work. Like, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I like using a brush, though. Because apparently I'm insane. No, I like the variation in line width that you can get with a brush without having to switch pens. I enjoy that quite a bit. Hatching is very conversing. Oh, you want me to add texture to this piece? I'm there. Say less. Have you ever done any intaglio printmaking? If you like doing hatching, may I recommend intaglio printmaking? Yeah, if you like doing line work, intaglio printmaking is deeply satisfying. It's just basically a process of taking a piece of copper, laying down a bed of ground, like a resist, and then using a scribe or some other kind of tool to basically carve through your ground, carve through the resist, and then drop it in an acid bath to etch the lines. And the longer you leave it in the bath, is the darker the line. How deep the etch goes determines the darkness of the line. It is like scratchboard, but it's so satisfying. If you're familiar with Gustave Doré, that's a good example of etching. Doré did a lot of etchings for Dante's Divine Comedy and Paradise Lost, and I had it. One man, my entire teacher compared my work to Gustave Doré's one time, and I'm like, that's like the best thing you could have said to me, dude. Oh, let me pull it up. It's one of those you'd probably recognize it if you saw it, kind of thing. Alright, etchings. All right. is. Do. Trying to find a good one. No. Yes. Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, oh, you know his work even though if you don't know his name, kind of things. Yeah. Yeah, one of my teachers compared my work to his one time, and I'm like, so flattering, my dude. I'm still riding that high. Crafty! Hello! How you doing, Crafty? Well, that's fair. I'm not the hugest fan of oil paints. It's like I know how to use them, but the smell of the solvents and the mediums kind of gets to me after a while. And I have, cats who are overly curious about anything that's on the art table. So, yeah. Yay! Back from my drive. Did you find your turtles? It almost sounded like Rutger Hauer in Blade Runner. Did you get your precious photos? Did you get your precious turtles? Yay! And you did not take the turtles with you, correct? So my mother is a woman of good taste and has had a crush on Rutger Hauer since always. So mostly due to like Ladyhawke. Speaking of Michelle Pfeiffer, um, Ladyhawke, but also I think one of my favorite Rutger Hauer films is it's called Split Second, and oh man, what a fucked up weird ass movie that is. But it has Kim Cattrall in it, and that was also very exciting. Who, my mom or the turtles? Well, that reminds me of a sticker I did earlier this year. It was Teenage Mutant Emo Turtles. Alright, since we already discussed it once this particular stream, celebrity crushes. What's the first celebrity crush you remember having? So we've discussed previously it was the guy who played Marcus Cole on Babylon 5. That was the first time I acknowledged it was that, oh hey, that's a crush. There were plenty of other crushes that I didn't realize were crushes. Shaun Cassidy. Helena Bonham. Okay, yeah. Okay. I need to remember who Shaun Cassidy is. Cassidy. Okay, yeah, fair. I get it. So yeah, what role for Helena Bonham Carter? Like another one was Adrian Paul from The Highlander, the series, the TV series. Another good crush. Then the guy who played Mythos in the same series, because again, apparently I have a type, which is apparently snarky immortals. Oh, Clancy Brown. Okay, yeah, I get it. Speaking of the Highlander. That's just good taste right there. Like, so my sister is considerably younger than I am. She was born in 2001. And, of course, her parents are older than a lot of her peers. So my sister, my sister had like a big stand up of Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford on her wall, as opposed to any number of other things it could have been. I'm just like, Mom, you're raising her right. Oh, yeah, when Clancy Brown did like the shoulder length, kind of a bit of the scruff. Also, older David Tennant, yes. Younger David Tennant, no. But older David Tennant, yes, absolutely. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do that. Val Kilmer is Mad Mardigan? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Fair. Ooh, who was a bit of fun RPG related trivia related to Mad Mardigan? Because I have some. Well, I have one. Let me put it that way. Okay, so in the Pathfire role playing game, they have basically they call them iconics. For all the fighter, all the classes have a particular figure that's the iconic for that particular class. Like you have Sela the paladin and Vinny the druid. Now this was a couple years ago. Things might have changed. Ezrin the wizard, etc., etc. So Valeros, the fighter, was based off. A lot of his designs were very much influenced by Mad Mardigan. So there you go. There's your little trivia thing for the day. Which I always found greatly amusing. I still find greatly amusing, clearly. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, The Mummy. That is there. Speaking of movies full of celebrity crushes, just everybody in that movie. Just everybody. Just yeah, just waves at the screen. Just all of that. Yes, please. Yeah. Again, it's a problem. Other crushes in retrospect, the person who played Princess Aura in the Flash Gordon movie. That's another one of those oh kind of moments for me. Ardeth Bay? Yes, absolutely Ardeth Bay. Yes. More like Ardeth Bagan. Just, ugh. Yeah. Like, why are you so delicious, sir? Can't. Can't even. I wish I would have seen it on the big screen. On the big screen. I wish I'd have seen that in the theater. Because that would have been fucking dope. I saw Stargate on an IMAX screen and blew my goddamn mind. That was back in like 95. I think that's when I saw that. Stargate on the IMAX. That scene where you're going through the gate. Woof. Woof. Intense. I don't know. It's a great question. Who's taking over from Brian Blessed and Tim Curry? I don't know. These are important roles that need to be filmed. Or filled. And filmed. Also, Tim Curry in Legend as the devil slash darkness. Ugh. Sir. It's like you were fulfilling a very particular niche in this movie. God bless you for that. Okay, so okay. Legend is one of those movies that I probably should not have seen it at the age that I did. Um, because it gave me it did it's like it gave me nightmares because I cut off the unicorn's horn. Also related to this fact is the last unicorn because of the Red Bull. Let's get real. That Red Bull was fucking terrifying. um, but gosh, it's a pretty movie. Yes. It's like, look, when the movie effects look good years later, and it's because of practical effects. It's why we like practical effects. Jurassic Park still looks good as hell. Like the scene with the T Rex and the eye, and that shit's still scary. Yeah. No. What we want. No. Wrong button. Wrong lever, Kronk! What movie did she recently that did a lot of practical effects? That's a good question. So apparently, I found out at school they have a class that teaches prosthetics, and that is the coolest shit I've heard in a while. There's a lot of classes that are for like undergrads that I'm like, God damn it, I don't get credit for that if I take it as a grad. Damn it. Oh, Secret of Nim. Woo, woo, boy, that was fucked up. Again, fantastic movie, but that scene in the hospital, ugh. Secret of Nim was good shit though. I love it. Secret of Nim was good. Um, yeah, good stuff. Also, the book is really good, by the way. It's Mrs. Frisby and the Rats of Nim. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break because I need to refill my water bottle. Watership Down. It's animated and it's got bunnies. It's fine for kids. Um, so I'm gonna take a quick break, get some more water, and then when I come back, we're gonna take a spin on the wheel of creativity, and then we're gonna change what I'm gonna draw for 30 minutes or more. We'll find out. turn. Alright. Wheel of creativity. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the art that we will learn. Learn? Yes, that's the right word. Alright. So if you are not familiar, here's the rules. So basically, we are taking a spin on the old roulette here, just full of fancy, fancy things. I'll be spinning the wheel this time, but you can always make me spin it again for 1,000 points. You can check how many points you have by doing exclamation point points. And then you get to, it's like, I think it's like redeem items. Yeah. You can make me spend more time on a particular spin. You can reserve a spot where it says RSVP right there. You'll see there are two names on there. You've got Nicodemus and I got Ali Hallie. So basically, if it comes up RSVP, and if they're in the slot, I get to draw whatever it is they want me to draw. If they're not in chat, I have like a default for them. But for now, I'm gonna do a spin. Whee! Hey, random character. All right. Fortunately, I have so many of these. So I have like a daily. So I use Obsidian, and if you're not familiar with Obsidian, it's like a digital note-taking app, but you can do so much with it. And one of the things I have is like a daily art kind of challenge prompt thing. All right. Let's go ahead and get all that in here. So we're gonna do. That's not what we're looking for. Bloop. Switch over here. Sure. So we're doing an endomorphic. So morph. Apple. Right. Ochre skin. Okay. That seems really arbitrary, Liz. It is and it isn't. So the reason I'm doing this is to avoid same face syndrome, which is you always end up drawing the same heckin' darn thing. If you let yourself. And this is a way for me to stop myself from doing that. And since I do love me a random character or random generators of all kinds, this is how I do it. And I have a bunch of these going back to July, essentially. Alright. Boo! Whoop. Okay. Ugh. Just got to a really good part in this soundtrack. And again, I wish you guys could hear it, but I don't want to get demonetized. Um, so you just have to trust me to say this. The soundtrack for Cyberpunk 2077 goes really fucking hard. It makes me oh so happy. Alright, what's next? Mirror for skin. Mirror. What else is next? Flat Bros? Yeet. Don't mind me while I get this all set up.